Okay, now you get to see the map. Look at this cool map.
Okay.
Oh, Southwood!
It wouldn't... Oh,
True.
cool.
Wait,
Oh,
is
these
this
are all the
is
places
that a
we've been.
statue?
Yeah.
Oh my god! Wait, we have a statue? When did that happen?
I made it.
Oh no, that's the token thing.
Oh,
Oh,
Where
okay,
you
I thought
guys
it
are
was
traveling.
oh. I gotta.
You like
I'm
made all
gonna
this.
zoom in.
Isn't it cool?
That is cool.
It's part of...
That's sick.
Yeah, I made an 8-bit version of each of us if you're ever doing an 8-bit, like, game. These ones I turned, like, stone colour. I'm really proud of the
That is a
bonehead
lot.
It
one.
looks
Wood.
great.
Yeah, look, you got Saffwood, then Tinywood, and Goodwood over here as well. It's so
Okay,
cool.
Good wood right there.
I don't see Tinywood. Which quadrant of the map is it in?
Tinywood doesn't have its own label, but it's the one right underneath Saffwood.
Where's
Like the little lump.
It's
Oh, okay, I see it. Wait, what is this? Is
Rick's
the
up
one
north.
that's going upwards, like northwards? Is that the farm with the orc lesbians?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes!
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's lovely. I love that. That's so cute. Love this
Did
map.
you borrow aspects for the map, or did you make it all yourself?
It's made in Map Maker. Incarnate, that's it.
Well, it looks awesome, man. You did a great job. There's a little valley in between the mountains where we could build a secret headquarters.
We could build a secret headquarters, but you know we wouldn't actually shut up about it, and everyone
Yeah.
It would just be a headquarters. It wouldn't even be a secret
But we'd
one.
still have a secret headquarters.
We already have one. We have, like, the huge castle. The school.
But it's
Yeah, but
not-
that's not a secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is conversation you're having as you're walking down the
Yeah.
path.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, how long of a walk is it to Goodwood from Saffwood?
4 hours.
Oh, that's a very, very close by.
Okay, I feel I want to do a random encounter just because it'll be nice.
All right. Oh, there's a little map for it too.
Yeah, isn't that cute? It's adorable.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, as you're walking down the road, you see walking past you on the opposite side a group of rats. And I'm not kidding. This is just what I rolled.
Excuse me.
Our gold.
Is this the right way to what's it called? Goodwood? Yes.
Yes.
Wait,
As you look upon this group of rats, you notice that they're wearing the exact same clothes as you.
What?
They're wearing almost exactly your clothes, but teeny tiny rat-sized ones.
excuse me. Is this the way to Goodwood?
One of the rats, which is dressed up exactly like you, Bonehead, looks at you, looks towards where they've gone, where they're coming from, and then nods at you, and then continues walking.
Thank you. Well, we're on the
That's
right
per-
path.
So that was just normal. Like that wasn't like freaky to y'all.
That was just.
I'm literally a walking undead.
Okay, I understand that, but you don't think it's a little bit weird that a swarm of rats wearing exactly our clothes is just walking around on the
Well,
same
2 out of
road?
3 of them have really good style. I don't think there's anything weird about that.
True,
Yeah.
true.
Is the 2 out of 3 me and you, or is it...
No, it is not Fifi. We've already established that.
I paid for these clothes!
Too much, apparently.
They're clothes, but it's not an outfit, Fifi. There's a difference.
Okay, I have to do the thing again so that you can control your characters. Give me a moment. Okay, now you should all be able to control your people.
Okay, Fifi stands behind this box here. Okay, do you want me to, like, sneak past these guys?
We're whispering, right?
No, you're yelling.
Yeah.
Do you want me to sneak past these guys?
Wait,
Oh.
can we be, I know there's no, like, separate map for it, but can we, like, be in a spot where, like, right before we get up into that open area?
Okay,
we're not-
let's move back into... Well, I don't know. Should we move back into the random encounter bit?
Well, we could have snuck up behind the cart so that they didn't see us.
Yeah. So let's say we did that.
Like, they're not... It is actually... the way I designed it, right, everything before the, like, brown... Like, the brown line where you start to see it properly getting... this is the road, this is the line. They can see literally only
they can just see up to
to
the
where
car.
the bits are.
But as you approach what used to be Goodwood ruins, you now notice that it no longer looks like ruins. It looks like a proper castle, and it was like it could have been built yesterday.
Okay, the actual plan. Wait. This sort of puts a damper on things because they're not a ruin. Because we were gonna get Fifi to hop from ruin to ruin so that he can get inside stealthily and hide before, while I talk to the king. But if there are no ruins, how are we gonna get inside? Bonehead, you're still good to stand like right here behind the wheelbarrow.
I can always teleport in a window and see what's up.
Yeah.
Do they have any windows?
Do they have
wait.
windows?
I take a peek over the wheelbarrow. Are those like guards, like real or like our?
Are they wax guards?
Yeah, they're wax guards.
like no, they're proper people.
Oh shit! They have alive people.
One of them actually like coughs.
And they have corona.
They have corona.
We can't get near them. How tall are the boxes beside this dude here?
A little bit shorter than you, because it's
If I
stacked up,
crouch
so it's
down?
if you crouch down, then yeah, it's way taller than you.
I can move 20 feet with Shadow Warp, so I'm gonna Shadow Warp here and just crouch down. There is shadow here, by the way. There has to be shadow where I land.
Yeah, there'll be shadow from the crates.
Okay. I'm gonna go here. And then I'm gonna sneak around the corner and up to the window and just peek in.
Okay then. I've got to
Stealthily.
open up then.
If everyone is cool with this, because this seems like around the plan we were aiming for.
Yeah, we need the intel.
Yeah.
You can see like that area.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna warp back and tell the boys everything. Why don't one of us just go up and be like, hey, the fuck is up? I thought this was ruins.
Well, I mean, they are expecting you.
Yeah.
And we wanted someone to talk to the king anyway, so it would be a good distraction for the rest of us to get in, right?
True. Okay. So, wait, wouldn't it be weird to come up from behind the wheelbarrow?
Well,
It be?
We can walk back a bit and then come back on the path.
Wait, would the king be expecting all of us or just one of us?
The letter said explorers, like plural.
Okay, then I can just make some stuff up to say that the rest of the party couldn't make it, but I'm just going to be distracting him so that y'all can find a good place to hide.
Okay.
And you can teleport me, and I can sneak around if you want.
I think I can only take myself.
Oh, behave yourself then. I guess I'll just chop liver.
Sit out here and lick my balls.
That is offensive, sir.
You're sneaky. I could lift you to the window and you could just crawl in.
Yeah, sure.
I am fighting my nature here, by the way. So I
You
might
do have
rely
a
on.
+7 to stealth, Fifi.
Yeah, you're a rogue, man. You're fine.
Oh yeah, we good.
Okay, so where are our places going to be?
Well, Fifi definitely needs to find a way to be able to get inside.
Well, the guards, would they escort you into the king, or would they just let you pass?
They will most likely escort me.
Okay. Well, if they're escorting you, then he could sneak in behind guards.
True.
In which case, it might be better for me to try and just shadow between one spot to the next.
Mm-hmm.
I can always go in the window if that doesn't work.
Okay. So I'll loop back around and go on the main path.
Alright. I'm gonna wave Fifi back over here.
Do. This is me looping around because I can't go off the map.
Actually, I'm going to warp over
Okay.
and tell Fifi the plan,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to warp back.
Got it. Okay. So I'm gonna go through the window if I can.
Or right up behind us.
Yeah, because they're probably going to... If they don't escort, then we're going to take the window route. But if they escort him, then we're going to go in and around.
Alright.
Okay. Is this the castle ruins of Goodwood? I'm talking to the guards.
The guard looks at you and he goes, "This is Castle Goodwood, yes. Are you one of the adventurers we've been expecting?"
I am.
Would you like to go inside and speak with our king?
That's what I'm here for, because now I have a ton of questions.
I was just going to say, I'm just going to highlight the bit that you'll be able to see when you go in.
Okay. Wait, so this is an out of character question. They aren't escorting me.
One of them will be.
Okay. Well, lead the way, good man.
It's just through here. And as you sort of enter the area, you see the king who you resurrected, surrounded by a bunch of guards. And standing in front of him is a jester. And you can't exactly tell what is happening, but you hear very gentle and steady jingling of his jester hat.
I'm going back to the window.
And as you approach him, the jester stands up from what you realise was a kneeling position, turns and smiles at you, and then walks away.
Did I interrupt something?
The king looks at you and then he goes, "Oh, not at all." And then he turns to the guard on his left and he goes, "He was terrible. Have him beheaded."
Oh no!
Jesus Christ!
And then he turns back to you and he goes, "Are you one of the adventurers?" And then he looks you up and down and goes, "Oh yes, of course, the fireman."
Oh, I'm a little bit more than a fireman, but yes, I am one of the adventurers.
Brilliant. Where are the other two?
I'm
They,
back at the
unfortunately-
window.
Pardon?
Why are you?
Sorry, I
Don't-
didn't mean to interrupt. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Answer him. Don't give out your position.
I was
Like,
talking
take it
to
back.
the DM, but that does fit, doesn't it? We're by the window!
Just standing there, Fifi, with his like cocked eyes looking up at Bonehead.
Oh my god.
My fellow party members couldn't make it. They had other matters to attend to.
Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping all three of you would come, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So basically, the issue is this: there is a group of orcs who have made camp near my castle, near my city, and they're doing some absolutely horrible magic around here.
Hold on. You're talking about orcs.
Yes.
I'm here because you turned our gold into rats.
The king shakes his head, and then he goes, but I didn't. That's part of what I was going to explain to you. A lot of our gold has recently turned into rats as well. And it's because of the orcs. They've made a camp up near here, and when I told them to leave, they turned all of our gold into rats.
Oh.
If anybody touches it, it turns into a rat.
Wait, so why can't you take care of this?
We've tried, but no one here is powerful enough.
Aren't
to
you
get rid of
super
these
powerful?
orcs. Pardon?
Aren't you super powerful?
I am, but I'm not going to risk my own life. They can turn my gold into rats. What will they do to me?
This is literally not our problem. I have no motivation to help you. We'll get more gold. We're adventurers, and we're not afraid to get off our little high horses and go beat some people up for payment to rebuild our small city.
You will be paid, don't worry. I have plenty of gold here. However, the fear is at the moment that if anyone touches them, it turns into rats. We don't want to touch it at the moment. So, yes, we are going to give you practically all the gold that we have once it will no longer turn into rats.
I want to see this in writing.
He turns to his guard, holds out his hand. The guard gives him a little bit of paper, and then he writes it out for you.
And sign it in blood. I want a blood seal.
In blood?
Yes.
I would
You
rather,
have blood now.
I would rather not lose my blood.
Well, it looks like you have an orc problem to deal with yourself then, huh?
He kind of grits his teeth, and then he turns to the guard again, takes the guard's dagger and cuts his finger, and then just like wipes it on the paper and goes, is this enough? Is this enough?
Wow, yeah. I didn't know you were actually gonna do it. I didn't need no blood seal.
Finger in his mouth and he's just shocking. Like, really? Will you get rid of it now? I don't want any more of my gold to cut into rats. It's such an issue for me.
Yeah, I go up to the throne and take the contract. Yeah, we'll get it taken care of. Which direction are the orcs in?
They're just a little bit north of here.
Okay.
They've built a little, I don't know how to describe it, it's kind of a shanty town that they have built. It's really disgusting.
Oh, ew. Okay, I just yell out into the open. I was like, okay, I'm calling it off, y'all. I'm calling it off. You don't have to kill them.
Actually, while this conversation is going down, could I have warped over here without this guy noticing?
If you do would you have to do a sneak roll for that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. There it is. I got a 4 total.
Okay. Yeah, you can warp over there, but it will make some noise. The dude will notice.
Okay. Well, I already said I was doing it, so.
Okay. So the dude notices. He looks over. He sees you. He like goes to draw his weapon, and then he looks back over towards the king, and he goes, "Sir, another one's over here." And then the king gets up and walks over.
I shadow warp. Hold on. I shadow warp as he's walking to
He walks over. And he goes, they must have followed you in. That's amazing. That means you have a better chance of winning.
I try sneaking into the next room.
I'm like standing behind the king, trying to like get Bonehead's attention and just doing like, it's fine. Like, it's fine. I'm like waving my hands. Like, don't worry about it.
Fifi jumps through the window, smashing it.
Oh, God. Fifi. Oh, no.
I'm gonna go through his closet.
Oh,
Where's Bonehead?
The king goes,
what did you do with him? I looked away for an instant.
My companions who have followed me surprisingly without my knowledge to meet with the king because he has a mission for us where he will give us gold, Fifi. Do you hear me? He'll give us gold. He'll give us gold if we do this. Yes.
Absolutely. Nice to meet you. I'm gonna skip my skelly hand.
He clasps his hands together in like a "oh good" kind of motion, and goes, good. I'm so glad to see that you all made it after all." And then he looks down at your like scaly skeleton hand, and he kind of pulls a little bit of a face, and then he puts his hands in his pockets, and he goes, "I'm really glad you could help with this.
Really glad that you'll be paying us." So do you know anything about these orcs? Like, how many are them? Do they use weapons or magic?
There are at least 3, and they mostly use weapons, but I know there is one who is incredibly good at magic.
He's gonna be the one we'll have to worry about.
I believe he is the one who has cursed our gold. I'm not sure if killing him will disperse the magic he's put on our gold, but that's kind of what we're hoping.
Okay.
Just as a heads up, I'm not an assassin. I'm a thief, so I ain't gonna sneak into a place and kill him.
Oh, we didn't expect you to.
Oh, good.
Okay. Well, as long as our gold stops turning into rats, I'm going to be very happy. And he begins to walk back to his throne and goes,
Wait, how many of them did you say there were?
There are at least 3. I'm not sure of the exact number.
One more thing.
Yes.
I'm gonna need a heavy crossbow.
I don't have any of those at the moment.
He's holding one right there.
Wait, I thought you said you weren't a fighter anymore.
I'm just trust me on this.
Okay.
He looks at the guard and goes, give them the item. And the guard kind of like looks at you and then grits his teeth and then hands it over and goes, please be careful, this was my mother's.
Not a problem.
Okay, we're ready to go.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
We need one more heavy crossbow. You there.
The king just snaps his fingers and says, give them whatever they need. And the guard again gives you his heavy crossbow.
All right. While I'm
then,
here, I'm going to peek around the corner. Do I see anything?
hang on, let me clear it for you.
That's all I needed.
Okay, are we
Return
Fifi, do you need anything?
soon, and I will give you apt payment. And then he turns to the guard and he says, send in the next jester.
Wait, okay, so I know this might be like a little bit nosy, but I just feel like we're a little bit closer. What was that first jester doing when I walked in? Like, is that like some type of like performance? Was it, like,
Oh
a
yes,
show?
it is indeed a performance.
A performance of what kind?
A very
We enjoy
pleasurable
performances.
one.
Like something in particular, but if it wasn't, then of course I don't want to think of you that way because you're high and regal. I just wouldn't assume that you would be doing that type of act in the middle of your throne room.
If you don't want to assume, then don't assume.
You are absolutely right. We'll get this orc thing taken care of.
Okay, then, and as you're leaving, you notice to the side behind that other guard that there are several pikes lining the wall, and at least 2 of them have jester heads on them.
I was wondering what those were. Ooh. Well, if you can't give good head, I guess you lose your head.
Hey, Bonehead.
Yeah?
Hey, Bonehead.
Yeah.
There's 2 dead heads here.
I will also be in need of the 2 dead heads.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Bonehead, no, you don't. You don't need those. Come here.
Bonehead, bring them to life.
Bonehead, come here.
The king nods and says, of course, you can take them if you wish.
This will be the last thing I require. As far as I might be back in a few seconds.
Bonehead.
Thank you. I'm just going to tie him to my belt for now.
Ew.
By the hair. Okay, let's go.
As you're walking, you're just...
When we're far enough away, I'm going to turn and say, all right, so we got their only 2 crossbows, and all their gold is turning into rats, so they can't buy any more. If we want to take this place from a distance, we can do that.
Bonehead, they have way more than 3 crossbows. Did you see all those guards?
Yeah, they had pikes and axes.
Pikes and axes are also weapons that they could use to kill us.
Yeah, but not at a range.
They have more crossbows.
Why didn't you ask for all of their pikes and axes? If we can take anything we want, why don't we just take all of their weapons? Like, ask for them. And armor.
Yeah.
Or, how about this? We just complete our mission and we get a trusted ally. Whoa, did you guys ever think of that?
That seems like a great idea.
Yeah, but I don't like somebody who kills somebody and doesn't offer to bring them back.
Why did he kill these guys anyway? Do you know, Nepezi?
He wanted some good head.
I think I know, but I don't want to have it confirmed.
Okay, not as Bonehead. Do I want these hanging off of my head?
Right, like DM question.
Yeah.
Jester giving him, the second yucky.
Like, there's nothing pouring out of the mouth that ain't blood, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No little sailors coming out, right?
Is Bonehead smart enough to know that it's not blood?
No, that's why I'm asking. Well, no, he's I feel like he's a necromancer. He probably have some knowledge of bodily issues.
I think he almost definitely cut these heads off freshly after they didn't deliver.
Well, it seems like he'd be the one who wasn't delivering.
True.
Very true.
This got very gross.
Since he's been dead for so long, like, I thought that it would feel like pretty good since he'll be like super sensitive because he hasn't felt any type of that sensation in like a minute.
Yeah, but if you've got like an entire like court full of like what can only be described as head jesters, you're gonna go through them quite quickly.
I wonder how they got this place up and running so fast. I mean, we don't even have that stone put back together. We only did like a wooden restructuring.
Yeah, it's been like 2 months.
Oh, okay. They might have gotten this place up and running again then.
Yeah, we are a little bit slow on the uptake when it comes to things.
Yeah, well, we are
Very
using
true.
free student labor, so I mean, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
We should probably get out of the courtyard.
Onward.
Okay,
Yeah.
Bonehead, are you taking the heads?
Yeah.
I feel like you could use them as grenades.
Could I?
Will they explode?
Or we can get information out of them. They probably know the king better than we do.
I think they will
A
only know
little
the
better.
part of the king.
I kind of need a full body to bring someone back, though.
Aww.
If we dig up a gravesite, we can just swap the heads, though, and it should be fine.
Okay then, so we're back on the map, and you're going up north towards this tiny little settlement here.
All right.
Okay.
As we were walking up, did we have a conversation about whether we were going to fight these guys or talk to them?
Oh, yeah. Let's keep that ball rolling with having, a plan. Because the first one actually worked.
Sounds like a great idea.
Like, you guys do realize that, like, our plan worked.
Didn't our plan kind of not matter because he was actually nice?
Let's not focus on that. Let's focus on the positive.
Okay.
Need me to sneak around?
Yeah, so that we can get an accurate count of how many orcs there are.
Okay.
And if there's a chance you could get any of them alone, we can take that one person out 3v1 instead of 3v however many there actually are.
I'm going to get in close to count them while sneaking, then come back here and see what we're going to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to roll for sneak then. And then... Oh, shit. 7.
You have a +7 for stealth.
Oh, cool. So, 14.
Yeah, I'm going to say with a 14, you crack a couple of branches and it kind of worries you, but you don't turn any heads.
I also want to say I really like the orc guy's cape here. It looks very satiny and flowy.
It was given to him for his birthday by his mummy.
Well, his mom's got taste.
Oh.
Okay. So there's... That's weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 5 orcs and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Humans?
They're actually
What?
elves.
Orcs and
Elves.
elves? That's a weird combination.
Well, hey.
I'm just saying, elves are a particular
Fifi
way.
comes back.
Okay, Fifi, what'd you learn?
Okay, so there's like 5 orcs and 6 elves for some reason, and they all except for 3, they just look like villagers and food people. It just looks like a normal camp.
Maybe the reason why the kingdom is up and running now is because he hired them to work for him, and he refused to pay, and now they're Pied Pipering away the gold.
Ooh. But he didn't mention the elves, though. Are you saying the elves look like regular villagers, or they're working with the orcs?
They all look like they're working together, but even the orcs don't look like warriors. They look like, at best, kind of like night guards.
Huh.
There's only one that looks like a warrior, and he's wearing a cape and armor and looks quite civilized.
He's
What they
literally
described him
just
as.
sitting around the fire, chatting and eating.
We could always just talk to them, and then if they seem sus, we'll act like we're walking away, and then jumping from the bushes.
Okay, should we hide and let Nepezi talk to them? Or do you want to do it, Bonehead? Or should I do it?
We could draw straws. I'm gonna pull off my fingers and then hold them out. Whoever gets the short one does the talking.
Bonehead, those aren't straws.
They have holes in them.
Okay.
I suppose you could use them as straws if you needed.
Did we take the heads?
Yeah,
We did.
they're on my belt.
We have 2 of them.
So you've got jangly heads on your belt. I feel
Yeah.
like he loses the ability to take the straw to talk to people.
Well,
Unless we want to freak them out with screaming heads. Unless he hasn't brought them back to life yet.
I need the whole body to bring them back.
And even still,
Aw.
it will probably be creepy if a stranger came up to their base camp with severed heads on their hips.
I can put the cloak over it.
Just occurred to me, we should have warned that other, jester guy after we saw those heads. We just kind of walked away and let him get executed.
We can get his head after.
Yeah.
As long as the body's close, I suppose.
Plus, that gives us a trio. If I can figure out how to get the heads to come back to life, we could always have them at the castle, and they could just, maybe in a hallway with good acoustics, we could set them up, and they could do a song.
Yeah, that'd be
Barbershop
cool.
quartet.
Do you think they'd be good at singing?
I love
We need
that
one
idea.
more.
Yeah, just wait for him to behead another jester.
Yeah, if we do a good job, he'll be super nice to us and give us a free jester head.
Yeah, we just, after that, that'll give us 3. If we're going barbershop quartet, we're going to need 1 more.
Okay, so who's talking to the orcs?
Bonehead has kind of lost his vote.
Unless he
your
gets rid of
straw.
the heads.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they won't find me threatening. They might find you a bit threatening because you're a fire guy and you're tall. I
Yeah.
presume you're all kind of the same height.
I'm not that tall. I'm only
Compared
6'2".
compared to Fifi, most people are tall.
I'm 5'4".
Yeah, Fifi's short for a gnome.
Wait, Bonehead, you're 5'4"?
Yeah, I'm very tall for a Kenku.
I thought you
How
were
tall
just
did you
tall in general. I thought you were 7 feet tall.
Oh, no. I could be if you want. That actually sounds kind of cool.
Wait,
It's
so
up
I'm
to the DM.
Did
It
I
does
become
sound very cool.
Did I become leader by default because I was the tallest?
Because you're the tallest.
That does seem to be where we're leaning.
Okay, I'm going to leave it to a vote. How tall is Bonehead?
7 feet tall.
Yeah, I think that Bonehead should be really creepy, lanky, tall.
Because that's
Okay.
what I always envisioned.
All right,
Yeah,
7 foot tall Kenku. I'm a fucking unit.
Just a tank over here.
And I'm not even a fighter anymore.
Okay, so Fifi,
Okay,
you
there's-
want to sweet talk them? And you aren't going to try to steal from them, right?
are you kidding? They look dirt poor. I'm worried they're going to steal from me.
Well, he has a very nice cloak.
Exactly, expensive, tailored. I could take these clothes and put it on one of their children, if they have any.
Oh, I was...
hide behind one of the trees, off to the side here.
Okay. I'm going to jingle jangle my way over here.
Oh,
Okay.
can you? Okay.
I'm gonna make you roll stealth.
Yeah, I was about
Bonehead.
to say.
Do I have disadvantage?
Yes, because you have jingly jangly heads on your belt.
Oh, I didn't do too bad. 15.
Oh, okay. They hear something and they're like, but it's fine.
Okay. Fee approaches one of the guards, or rather both of them. Hello, fine sirs.
The guards turn to you, and they just go, "Sir, sir, that we've got someone approaching." Turns round and walks up to you, and he goes, "Are you friend or are you foe? Are you another one of those adventurers? We will not hesitate to put you down."
I don't think I'm one of those adventurers, and considering that I'm literally as tall as your boot, I feel like that would be overkill.
He looks down at his boot, and then looks over at you, and then kind of lifts his foot up a little bit, and then puts it back down on the floor, and he goes, "Ha! I could tread on you, and you would die."
Yes, you would. And I would die exceedingly quickly.
He just starts laughing.
Are you going to attempt to assault me?
He looks at you and then crouches down like you do when you're talking to a toddler, and then he shakes his head and he goes, "I wish no ill will upon you, little man, little furry man, unless you wish ill will upon me." And then he pats you on the head, and then he gets back up, and he says, "Please do not disturb us and be on your way."
Can I ask a few questions first?
He kind of narrows his eyes, and then he goes, "Yes, I suppose, little hairy man."
Are you turning gold into rats?
And he rolls his eyes and then pulls his axe out, and he goes, "You are one of those adventurers, and we have been fooled."
No. What do you mean by those adventurers?
The ones sent by that man in the castle.
Ah, the King of Goodwood. Am I right?
He is no king. And he shakes his head dismissively and then puts his axe away and goes, "You don't like him either, I can tell."
I've got mixed feelings about someone who calls themselves a king, which was a corpse 2 months ago.
And the orc starts laughing again. And then he points at you and says, "That is funny, you should be a jester."
I find that incredibly insulting, but I take your good humour in my stride. What are you doing here? As a small question.
He looks back at the group of people behind him who have all kind of stopped what they're doing and they're just looking at you and they look really apprehensive. And then he looks back at you and he says, "We are a migrating troop. Of course you've heard of us."
Not really. You're just a migrating troop. So you're
We migrate.
travellers?
If that's what you wish to call it, I find that slightly insulting. We are a migrating troop.
Okay, so you're just travelling around, living your lives. Not attacking anyone, or using evil spells.
He laughs and he says, "Spells, you really are hilarious. We barely know magic. Only the elves do, and they only come with us for protection."
So you protect the elves?
He kind of smirks and he goes, "We are a symbiotic relationship."
I see. You know, that food smells awful good over there. I don't suppose I can join you.
He looks you up and down and then he says, "Discard your weapons with my friends, and then you may join us."
I'm sorry, by weapons, do you mean these 2 knives that you can literally pick your teeth with? The ones that are shorter than your 2 teeth?
He looks down at you and down at your weapons, and he laughs again and he says, "Pitiful! Come along!" And he turns to walk back towards the campfire.
Okay. Fifi goes over to the campfire and sits down and generally asks any of the elves how they're doing and about their general stories of why they're here.
I have a question.
Yeah?
I have my shadow familiar.
Yeah?
Can I ask to have a piece put on the board for him and just have him kind of hiding over over with Nepezi here.
Would that just be like a clone of you?
If you want, it's literally just a shadowy person.
I'm gonna make it a clone of you. Just I think that would be a little bit easier.
I have an idea too to separate between me and him.
Mm.
I have an idea to separate
Yeah.
between me and him.
How'd you do that?
This. Give me 1 second.
Mhm.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. So, Pezzy and Bonehead, whilst this is going down, is there anything you're doing, or are you just watching?
I'm just watching and waiting for like a signal to say that it's like okay or like we should fight him.
Okay. Fifi, whilst you're sitting down to eat, the big orc dude, he picks up what is probably the largest turkey leg you have ever seen. Like, it's as big as you. And he plops it down in front of you for you to eat. And then he points at the size difference between you and starts laughing again.
You're a fine man, sir. Thank you for this delicious food. Is the food good?
Yes. Yeah, it's actually the best thing you've ever tasted.
Can I roll for acrobatics to see if I eat the whole thing?
How would that be acrobatics?
How would that be acrobatics?
He does a flip.
Because you're kind of like, yeah, you got to like fit it in.
It could be animal handling.
Animal handling.
I feel like it's just a Constitution
Okay.
saving throw.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Oh, definitely. Constitution saving throw.
I guess he is handling an animal.
I got a 19.
You have a Constitution +1, so 20. So yeah, you eat that thing, and it's like that one meme of Tom and Jerry where Jerry eats that block of cheese and just turns into a triangle. It's basically that.
Oh god, that was delicious. So, what are your stories? You three elves? I'm sorry I didn't catch your names.
One of them looks at
Or anyone's names.
one of them looks at you and goes, "Nobody has. You haven't asked for any names yet." And then they all laugh again. And she continues and she says, "We've been traveling with the migrating troop as long as I can remember, honestly, probably my whole life. That we just go from place to place living our lives. It's a very peaceful existence."
Oh, that's good. So we've kind of established that you're not really hurting anyone.
Oh no, never! What do you mean hurting people? The only reason we hurt is for food or if we're being attacked.
Ah, okay, so you just kind of like gather from the land food and wood and stuff and move to the next place, right?
She nods and says, yes, I love coming through these woods. The turkey here is always delicious.
Ah, well, isn't that lovely? Well, it's wonderful meeting you people. And thank you very much, you gigantic fellow, you. I think I'm going to go now. Thank you very much for the food.
As you
Very
say,
nice
you
meeting
gigantic
you.
fellow, he laughs again. And like pats you on the back really hard.
Okay, do I have to roll to see if it hurt me?
Nah, I think you're good. He didn't intend to hurt
Okay.
you.
Alright, Fifi leaves. Right, until he can be clearly seen by everyone else and goes to talk to Nepezi.
Oh, would I be able to get back across without them seeing me?
If you want to roll stealth again.
Yeah, sure.
Or just drop the jangly heads.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, because them finding that in the woods isn't going to be disconcerting.
I rolled a nat 20 on the second one, but I rolled a 9 for total.
Oh, no. I'm going to say that they do hear you, however, because they've just seen Fifi walk back through, they just think it's him.
Oh, okay, good.
Rude.
Who knows what noises these weird people make?
Okay, Fifi, what did you find out?
They're just people. They're just travelling people, normal, no spells, no magic. I don't think they're lying, and pretty sure some of them don't have the intellectual capacity to lie.
But what about the big guy? He had like that fancy cloak, and he's looks like he's like in charge.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is in charge. I think he's the one that, like, protects all of them.
Really? They're just protectors?
Yeah, they're just random people. We've just been sent to slaughter random people.
Yeah, that sounds like
Maybe-
something the king would do.
Maybe we should go and talk to them and then let them know that the king's trying to kill these people.
No, because then I feel like
That's
that would
good.
start a fight. We probably should just leave them alone.
Why don't we want to start a fight?
Because these are just people
Because they're random people.
Yeah, but we tell them, hey, the king's being a dickhole.
with no money.
Yeah. Well, if we don't warn them, some other group of travelers is probably going to come through and slaughter them.
Oh, you're right.
Oh crap! Yeah. Although he did say that there were other adventurers here, and he got kind of testy with me until I think told jokes. Although I was
Oh.
just talking.
Maybe we can get them to team up with us, and that way we can take down the king.
I just realized something.
What?
What?
We have an entire staff of potential educators over there.
Oh my god, Bonehead, you're a genius!
I know, right? I've never had a bad idea in my entire undeath.
Oh my god. Dude, you're kind of perfect.
I know,
Not gonna
right?
lie. But you
Oh,
do have
thank
to stop
you.
jumping through windows. That is like one.
We all
one
have our
tiny little step.
flaws. We all have
You're
our
right,
flaws.
you're right.
It's contagious. I started doing it.
It's fun though, eh?
Actually, yeah, it was the most fun I ever had.
Okay, so Fifi, do you want to like go back up to them and talk to them about the king, or like should one of us? Would that be weird?
Let's all go.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. I'll go in front just to talk to the guards people again.
Come on,
Okay.
Shadow.
Fuck me.
As you approach, the guards kind of tense up a bit, but then they realize that Fifi is one of the people, and they drop back. They're fine. You're good. But one of them does look back and go, the small furry man is back, sir. And then he walks over and he goes, small furry man, and you brought friends. How joyous occasion.
Hi.
Oh, good.
Hello.
These are my friends, and we wanted to talk to you about the serious matter of the king, well, basically sending people after you.
Wait, quick second, Dave. I want to roll to perceive how hot the orc leader is.
Oh god.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, damn. That's a 3. Perception, 4.
Okay. So basically he looks like a fancy hippie. Like, you know, the proper fancy hippies that were like on TV in the 60s sort of thing. But you're not into that.
Okay, you can't determine what Nepezi is and is not into. Because as far as Nepezi knows, it's an orc.
Yeah.
And that's
okay. he looks like a fancy hippie. The
I could work with that.
The hippies where it was like they say they're hippies, but they're obviously wearing like designer clothes.
Oh.
And you're like, why? For a hippie, why are you wearing fucking Gucci shit? What's going on
Okay.
there?
Nepezi does like gives him like a good like once over, and he just starts nodding his head and he's like, yeah, this could work.
By the way, we have some applications we'd like you to fill out.
He looks at you, and then kind of frowns and goes, "What is an application?"
You take a form, you write your name and a couple of things about yourself on it, and then you hand it
go
back.
ahead. You have to tell them what they're applying to.
Oh, how do you feel about teaching? How do you feel about the youth of this nation?
Wait. Let's back up a little bit. We are a group of adventurers. However, we
As you say that, he like moves his hand to grab his
don't
axe.
want to kill you. We actually want to let you know about a sinister party that's just up the road who have some beef with y'all. However, we could help if we work together. We could beat him.
He kind of nods and he goes, "Yes, we are familiar with this fake king man. Very not a fan.
Because
We travel through these woods every year and have done since I was a boy. And now this year, he says we cannot camp here where we have always camped. Very rude.
He told us this fanciful lie that all of our gold that we acquired from him on a previous mission was turned to rats, and it was all your fault. However, you guys just look like simple, humble travelers. So what reason would you have to turn his gold into rats?
As you tell him that that the gold has turned into rats, he starts laughing and said, "Oh, I wished it was us. I wish it was us who could do that. We would have so much to eat if we could turn worthless gold into rats."
And you could have even more to eat at our school.
What is a school?
It's a building with a bunch of rats in the basement.
Yeah. And there are also some kids running around, and you have to like talk to them every day about like important life stuff. And you look like you've lived a lot of life.
Also, the position comes with this free heavy crossbow. I'm going to hold it out for him.
He looks at the heavy crossbow and then picks it up and looks at it and then shakes his hand and hands it back and says, "This is the poorest alignment of any crossbow I have ever seen. You will not hit things with that."
See,
that
this is what
exactly.
we like to hear. Because that sounds like a weapons master teacher right there.
Yeah, like I would never know that. You got gym teacher material written all over you.
You saw that in just one glance over.
That's
incredible.
He holds it out again and rubs his finger along it and goes, "You see this here where it curves? That is the alignment. If you see down it, it's wrong. That's how you know."
Brilliant.
Wow. Amazing.
So you're exactly the kind of people we need on our faculty of folk.
However, we can't fully focus on this school if that false king is in the way.
Exactly.
Because he's going to keep on luring us to his castle to get us to harass random people like your troop here.
He nods and he goes, "Yes, I do wish he would stop.
But we have some expertise of our own. As you can see, I'm pretty hot." That is a fake laugh I'm doing. Because it's very obvious that I'm literally on fire.
He looks at you and then kind of nods and he's like, "Yes, you are hot. You are fire."
Are you like maybe into fire, by the way? Asking for a friend?
He kind of frowns and he goes, "What do you mean into? I do not like to get burned."
Wait, how did he react to me winking at him?
He didn't really react.
Oh.
Well, like if a being made of fire happened to be like, "Hey, nice axe."
The whole innocent thing, that's pretty hot too.
He looks you up and down and says, "Oh, do you mean attractive? Yes, I would find that attractive."
Yes, sweet. But all, attraction aside, would you like to take us up on our offer?
What offer?
To kill the false king and get him out of our hair.
Yes, I would like if you would do that.
So that's the problem, though. We are not strong enough. And
I mean, that's what he says.
Yeah, I think we could take him.
I don't think we could take him.
I'm pretty confident as well.
Yeah.
So you could take the king, who we really don't know much about as far as fighting style, along with his entire miniature army of guards. Just the three of us.
One of us dresses up like a jester, and then we just chop his dick off.
You just get in the right position and then, just clench your jaw.
I mean, Fifi is small enough for it.
Sharp teeth, too.
Just bite down at the right time.
Fifi rolls for stealth to run away.
Oh,
Oh, we could dress my shadow person up as a jester, and then he could do a little touch, and I cast a spell.
Ooh, is this the spell you were talking about that could definitely like hurt him?
Yeah. It's called Inflict Wounds. At least that's what I call it. I like to name my spells. But yeah, it does a real bad hurt.
Okay, then this could probably work. Most likely
It
with the skin
may
of our
or
teeth.
may not kill him, but probably won't. But it will do a real bad hurt.
It will do a real bad hurt.
It will do a real bad.
Can you do it to some of the guards?
I could do it to the guards 6 times total if I wanted to use all of my slots.
This could work.
It could work. Although, saying that, hey, big guy,
Yes.
could you crush the king for us? Or, like, with us? So he won't stop people sending people to kill?
He looks Nepezi up and down, and then kind of chews his lip thoughtfully, and then shakes his head, kind of sadly.
Chooses up like in a sexy way.
Yeah,
No, like in a thinking way.
Is it a
What?
sexy thing?
yeah.
No, it's just regular thinking.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's still pretty sexy, like using your brain.
And then he shakes his head, and he says, "No, I feel that would put my family in danger. Once we leave this place, he will not follow us. But if we attempt his life, he will."
You know where your family would be very safe?
And he cocks his head at you, and he's like, "Where?"
There's this big castle. There's got all kinds of rats in the basement for food. There's even cows we sometimes go and get. Do you know what a cow is?
We do not live in castles. Kings live in castles. False kings live in castles.
You know, this isn't like a castle for a king.
We call it a castle, but
It's more of a school.
yeah.
We do not work with stone.
Oh, you wouldn't be.
Neither do we. It's still wood.
He nods his head, kind of thinking, and go, "Perhaps when we pass next, we will stay longer than we usually stay."
And you could live outside if you want. I mean, we don't actually have any faculty space, so that works out really well for us.
Yeah. And we wouldn't try to send adventurers your way and tell you that you can't camp here. We'll let you camp however long you want.
Exactly. And you could even leave during the summer months, because, like, we don't have students in then. That work out perfect. You can still be nomadic.
There's also a little small break in the winter.
Yeah.
He
Won't be
nods
as
to
cold.
Ben, and he says, "That does sound preferable. I will talk to the families about this."
Excellent.
Great. Also, let them know that we don't have health insurance up and running yet, at least for our faculty. But if any of them do decide to join any of the jobs that we need for our local government or police task force, we'll get them. We'll get them right on it.
He nods again and goes, "Thank you. This is a good opportunity."
It is. You are welcome.
You are so welcome. I can't wait to see you again.
He kind of like looks you up and down and then nods really cutely.
Yes.
Aww. Wait, don't you have a boyfriend?
Where is no? Wait, how do you know about that?
Oh, never mind.
Have you been reading my diary?
No, just your mind.
You can read my mind.
No. We'll make that out again because I forgot you didn't mention that.
No. You know how Nepezi slept with the Pied Piper like a couple of games ago? Bonehead now thinks that you're boyfriends because of that.
Yes, exactly.
Bonehead's the sort of guy. Yeah. Bonehead's the sort of guy who's like, "Oh, but they slept together. That means they're a couple, right?"
Yeah, like they're getting married over the weekend, right?
No. And out of character, yes, I do have a boyfriend, but we're in an open relationship because of my complications with being in that plane of existence.
Oh, I gotcha.
Okay then. He like nods at you and then is like, I will let you know the family's decision. And then he walks back to the fire.
Let them know about the cows.
And like you can hear as he's walking away, you can hear that he is actually starting to tell them about like, hey, next time we travel through here, there's a school that we can apparently stay at.
Do the elves seem to know what the school is, or are they also sort of like?
They also have
nomadic?
no idea.
Okay. So what's your name? You just kind of been standing there listening the whole time, but we never actually involved you in the conversation. I feel kind of bad about that.
The conversation's over.
He looks at you and he goes, my name is Georgina Smith.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Do you happen to do smithing?
I do not know what that is.
It's where you physically make weapons.
Yeah.
Oh, of course I do. How else would I get weapons?
Have you considered?
I feel like that's an arts and crafts teacher right there.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions for me and my brother?
What's your brother's name, by the way? I see you're twins.
Yes, yes, we are. We are twins. My name is Georgina Smith.
Wait, so you guys are both named Georgina Smith?
Yes, that is our family name.
Oh, okay.
Your family name, but what's your first name? Like, what do they call you? Like, you can't all be called Georgina Smith. Like,
we are both Georgina Smith. Our parents could not tell us apart.
So your names are Georgina Smith. Georgina Smith.
Yes. How do names work where you come from?
Everyone gets their own.
Yeah.
What?
Our parents were rich. We didn't have to share.
That is strange.
Wait, Bonehead, you don't have to pay to have a name. I don't.
Really?
Who told you that you have to pay?
I just assumed, because, whenever I'd buy a drink and somebody would come up and they would just say, hey, how's it going, bud? And I'm like, well, I didn't know my name was Bud, but I guess it is now.
No, Bud is like a term of endearment. They weren't telling you that your name was Bud.
So, was Fifi not telling you my name was Bonehead when he called me that?
That's different.
No, I was calling you an idiot.
No, oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
My first name definitely isn't Anne. I'm a...
But that was because you couldn't remember your name, so we had to call you something.
Is my first name Anne?
Is it? Are you starting to remember?
I'm asking. You guys said I was Anne Idiot.
No. We don't know your name. The Bonehead is just what we call you.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty factual. I do have a bone for a head, and I'm going to knock on the skull.
Yeah, and that's why we call you that. But until you remember... But we'll call you a different name once you remember it.
Probably.
Well,
I will definitely call you by your name once you remember it.
Didn't what's-her-name recognize me somewhat? Or...
Who?
The lady who owns the castle.
I don't think she did she?
Oh, maybe not.
She didn't really recognize you, but she said that you reminded her of someone who used to work at the castle.
Yeah, she couldn't remember their name, though, and we haven't found the records yet, so...
We'll get there. We'll figure out where you were before you were this.
But yeah, at any time you can tell us that you want to be called something else. Like, we don't mind.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't mind. I've been called a lot of things.
Okay.
Like, run! But it's kind of high-pitched, so it hurt my ears.
How about Bone Daddy?
We are not calling him Bone Daddy, Fifi.
That's fine.
No, it is not.
Why not?
Because I don't want those words to be coming out of my mouth and then I actually get a response. It will keep me up at night.
What will?
Calling you Bone Daddy.
Oh, you said something?
Heidi, this is an out of character question. Do you seriously want to be called Bone Daddy?
No, I don't give a shit. Bonehead's fine.
Okay.
I literally lined it up for that joke. It was
that was masterful. I'll have to give you
Thank
that.
you. I will take a bow.
Okay, are we ready to go kill the king?
Is that what you're
Yeah,
gonna do?
let's go kill the
Is that
king.
what you're gonna do? You're gonna go kill the king?
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, let's go kill the king.
We're gonna send the shadow dude in there. We're gonna give him the little jester hat. We're gonna make him be all seductive, and then once he gets close, he's gonna poison his dick.
Okay, that sounds great.
Do you think you can be seductive? And he's just kind of gonna stare at everybody blankly.
Try.
I think he's up to it.
Try wiggling your like your pelvis bones a little bit. Let me see how that looks.
He just stares blankly.
Can you tell him to move his pelvis bones, or does he like listen to you at all?
Oh, he listens to me. I don't know if he understands always, but he does listen.
Does he have a name?
I'm thinking about calling him Peanut Butter because he really likes it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you said that earlier.
I think he would prefer someone who didn't talk a lot anyway. So, wait, how are we gonna like get him to say that he's here to pleasure him?
Well, we just say, hey, we got those people and we rescued this jester as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
And
we were
he'll
going
know what to do from there.
Okay.
Okay.